Thank you, Jen, very much.
Yeah.
That helped.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Okay, so now we're going to do the cocooning, which is super sweet. Okay, guys? So we're going to put the legs extended in the stirrups. Get the birthday boy gets the special cocooning. Right? So from the arch of the foot all the way to the calf, right? So we make sure that the legs are nice and supported. And it's going to be a little tough for the camera to see here, but you guys can get the idea. That's why I was wondering which way to go. But we'll just go this way. Go with it. So the first thing that I like to do is a little leg love, like we did before. So you can just hold on to the feet and kind of rock them. So make sure you don't stand in the video, okay? So I can just rock them back and forth. And then I can come up and wrap around at the knees, behind the knees, and just give them a little rocking. It's not a rocking session, you know? Just remember, it's just a real gentle massaging. And from there, you feel like they're intimate enough that you could give them a little upper leg love, and that would feel good for them. Then you go ahead and do that. Okay? So you can do that at the feet as well. Do the same one we did before. Start out the feet, you do the calves, and then you come up and you do behind the knees. Okay? A couple different leg love versions. Okay. Make sure their legs are happy. Okay. Before we go down, massaging them underneath, I like it when their arms are crossed over their chest, if they don't mind doing that one. So I can do the one where one hand is on the head, one hand is behind the neck. Okay. And I just do a little pull. You can do both hands if you want to. Again, it's just really gentle, nice way to invite them into Shavasana. Okay. Then I'm going to roll underneath. And this is when we can get a little creative with it. It depends on how high up they are. So I like to get my position. My position is always like knees in line with the hips. And then if they're really high up, I can use my feet. But if they were lower, I can do the knee squeeze again. So if he's a little bit too high, I can just do like a little bit of rocking, which is nice. But it just depends on how high up they are. Okay. So if he's a little too high, then I just switch the feet. So it's no big deal either way. So if I use my toes, I'm just going to kind of go around on the hips. And I'm just gently rocking and squeezing together. I just make sure that I'm relaxed and comfortable. That's the most important thing. That I'm relaxed and comfortable. Because otherwise my tension will translate into their body. Okay, you can always move forward and back a little bit. If I'm going to use my feet, I'm going to come back a little bit more. And I'm just going to rock up and down the spine. I just do it like a toe walk. Feels really good. And take my time. I'm going to walk up and down the spine a few times. There's like a ton of things we can do here. I'm just making it kind of short and sweet to teach you guys. But feel free to make it up and add things, and just if it feels good to you, it feels good to them. That's the way I describe it. I like to do a little bit of a wash with the feet, so I just pull him back and then I let the feet come forward. Does that feel good? Yeah. It's just like a really simple way to open up the spine. And then I'm going to come to the shoulders, and in the shoulders I like to do a little bit of a leg press here. I'm going kind of fast. You guys in a session could take up to like 15-20 minutes easily here. So I like to do the outside of the shoulder. So I bring my toes wide, and then I can slide down. And 1 foot behind the sacrum, 1 foot behind the heart is always like a good go-to if you're not sure. And walking up and down the spine, or doing a little body wash. I call it the body wash up and down the spine. Feels really good. Now, you don't put a lot of pressure on the spine. You're just going to do very light and gentle. Okay? And then the last one with the shoulder press, if you have good balance, if his head is in there, chin into the chest. Yeah, good. So you don't want their head popping out, so usually I'll make sure their head is in there. And then if they go from side to side, you just put 1 foot on the hip, 1 foot on the shoulder. So I'm like kind of digging into the shoulder blade. Keep the legs heavy. And I can push them over to the side. Which is kind of fun. A little little spin. If their head pops out, just ask them to pull the swing up higher, because we don't want the head kind of feeling uncomfortable. And then if you want to play a little bit, you can do a little presses. Now, you could really press the person up and get like really deep in there, but we're not doing any rocking, right? We're relaxation pose. And so you can do little presses, just don't do anything crazy for today. I think there's some, you know, my acro yogi people like really kind of press people straight up in the air and stuff like you guys were doing, and I prefer you not to do that today. Okay? This is like very gentle restorative yogassage. So after I do the feet or the knees, then I come up and I do like a little body wash with the hands. Okay? Just like, I'm using my fingertips, I'm not really digging in or whatever, I'm just using the momentum of the swing to go up and down the sides and through the spine. Just feels really good on the nervous system. And some people who aren't as comfortable getting massage on a table really love this because it's really safe for them to feel touched. You know, even if you go over like with the boots and everything, it's not like a big deal. And just really gentle, it feels really good. And then if you want to do a little bit more of a press here, you can do the drops like Heather was doing and get into it. And then I end coming up and doing the neck again. And so in this position, I'm just going to do a little bit more gentle tractioning. You can actually come in and do a little bit on the, you know, forehead and eyebrow and stuff too, which is really nice. Okay? All right. Good job, Bob.
I like that.